Good morning, everyone. Today, we shall be looking at another important practical aspect of chemistry, which is known as qualitative analysis. Last week, we looked at an interesting part of practical aspect of chemistry, which is quantitative. So, in quantitative, you determine the amount of substance present, while in qualitative we determine whether the substance or an element or a radical, cation or anion are present or absent. Now, in this qualitative analysis, it is being discussed under the headings. We check to determine the appearance or color of a particular compound. So from the color of a particular compound or substance, you can actually determine if it is present or absent. We also use flame test. From the flame test of a particular compound, the color of a flame test can actually determine if a specific radical is present or absent. And also from the gases that has been liberated when eating, okay, we have different properties of a gas, and you have different compound that produce a specific gases. So from the gas that has been liberated by heating, and the properties, both the physical properties like the color, the smell, and the action on litmus, and specific tests for gases, you can actually determine from which the gases is involved, from the particular compound from which it is involved, and we can then use it to determine if the compound is present or absent, as we further explain as we continue. So let us look at the qualitative analysis in detail. Last week we talked about some aspects of quantitative, that we want to calculate the quantity and the amount of substance in a particular compound. But now, qualitative analysis, we want to check if a particular compound or element or radical is present or absent. So now, in qualitative analysis, we identify elements. We tend to identify whether the element or a compound is present or not in a given substance. So the general tests we carry out include in qualitative analysis. The tests we carry out, they are under the following headings. We look at the appearance of the compound. So from the appearance of the compound or color of the compound, we can determine a particular substance that is present. From flame test of the compound, the color that is given by the flame test of the compound, you can even determine the unknown compound in that particular sample. Now, action of heat. Now, from the when you heat a particular compound, the gases that is liberated. So from the gases, you can easily trace it to the compound that is present in that particular sample. So these are preliminary tests that we carry out under qualitative analysis to determine if a particular element or a compound or a radical is present or absent. Now let us look at the appearance of the compound, the color. You can actually determine a compound from its color. Okay. Now let's see if the compound is green. If you have a green solute, a green compound, that shows that it will be iron 2. Iron 2 are generally green. If it is blue, so that compound will be copper 2 compound, can be copper 2 6. So we can say that copper is present in that compound if the color is blue. So if the color is yellow brown, you can think that iron 3 is present, because iron 3 compound, they are always yellow or brownish in color. So if the color is black red, we can suspect the following compound: copper oxide, lead 2 oxide, copper 2 sulfide, and so on, if the color is black red. But if the color is white or colorless, we can suspect calcium, lead ion, ammonium ion, sodium ion, aluminum ion, and so on. The color of a particular compound will determine the kind of element or a compound we are looking for. Now, for ammonia, smell of ammonia, if the compound smell like ammonia smell like urine, we can determine that ammonium compound or ammonium salt is present. And if it smell like sulfur, smell of sulfur, we can detect that triisosulfate phosphate is present. And if you smell of rotten eggs, you can detect that hydrogen sulfide is present. So that shows that the particular color or appearance of a given sample, we can determine the type of element or compound that is present. So that is for the color. Now let's look at the flame test. So flame test can also be used to determine cations. Cations are positively charged ions. They are the ones that move to the cathode, and they are called cations. So if the color is brick red, we can suspect calcium ion. If the color is deep blue after flame test, we can suspect copper 2 ion. And if the color is just blue, you can suspect lead 2. But if it is golden yellow flame, you can suspect sodium plus sodium compounds. If it is lilac, it is potassium, and if it is light green, you suspect barium ion. So this particular cation can be suspected, can be determined, can be checked whether they are present or not from their flame, with the color of their flame test. So having understood that, we now look at action of heat on sample. When you heat a particular sample, the action of heat, what are the change that will take place. Now, if you heat a particular compound and it is white when cold and yellow when hot, that means you suspect that zinc 2 plus is present. Okay, in practical experiment, maybe have to heat a compound. So if it is white cold and yellow when hot, that particular compound will be zinc 2 plus suspected. But when it is yellow when cold and reddish brown when hot, lead 2 plus will be suspended. And when it is reddish brown, iron 3 plus will be suspected. If it is white sublimate, ammonium ion is suspected. So it depends on the observation when you heat the substance, and when it finally gets cold, the color change will determine the kind of cation that is present, the kind of compound that is present, or the kind of salt that is present. So now we can also determine, this is anion, you can determine the negatively charged compound from the gas they liberated. Now if you heat a particular salt and the following gases are emitted, you can trace it that this particular radical is present. For instance, if nitrogen 2 oxide, nitrogen 4 oxide is produced, NO2 is produced after heating, that shows that triazonitrate 5 is present in that compound that is being heated. No, if you now heat a particular compound and you observe that carbon 4 oxide is evolved from the test, that shows that this carbon 4 that was evolved is coming from triisocarbonate 4 or hydrogen triisocarbonate 4. And if oxygen is liberated after heating, that also shows that triazonitrate 5 will be suspected. And if sulfur 4 oxide is evolved after heating, it shows that triisosulfate 4 is present. And if it is ammonia that was produced after heating, that will indicate that ammonium salt is present. So the kind of gas that is being produced after heating will determine the kind of radical that will be suspected, whether it is present or absent. So now, I've understood that we now look at identification of gases. So we want to identify gas. Gases can be traced to the compound that produced them. So if you can identify the gas, you'll be able to tell us that this particular anion is present, this particular substance is absent. So let's look at how you can identify different gases in a reaction. Now, you can identify gases by their color, smell, and action on litmus, whether they are acidic or basic, when you test them with litmus paper. Now, chlorine gas, the color of chlorine gas is greenish yellow. When you see a greenish yellow gas that is being produced in a reaction, you're suspecting chlorine, and the smell is pungent. So the action of chlorine on litmus is to turn blue litmus red because it is acidic. Any gas that is acidic will turn blue litmus paper red. while those that are alkaline will turn red litmus paper blue. So chlorine is turns blue litmus paper and it is acidic. So nitrogen 4 oxide, its color that will be given out will be what? Reddish brown, and it also gives a pungent smell. It's also acidic. Ammonia is colorless and it produces smell like that of urine. So ammonia will turn red litmus paper blue. So ammonia is an alkaline gas. So hydrogen sulfide is colorless. It smells like rotten egg. So it also turns blue litmus red. It is acidic. We have sulfur 4 oxide. It's also colorless with pungent smell. Turns blue litmus paper red. It is acidic. So hydrogen chloride is colorless, odorless, but turns blue litmus paper red. It is acidic. Carbon 4 oxide is colorless, odorless, turns blue litmus paper red. Why? Oxygen, hydrogen, water, they are colorless, odorless, and they have no action on litmus paper. So with the color, smell, and action of litmus paper of a gas, you can actually determine which particular gas is present and which is absent. So that is gas identification from those physical parameters. Now let us now look at specific tests for gases. Those ones we looked at, they were tests that was used to determine we use physical parameters to determine the gases. Now let's see specific tests to identify a particular gas. Now for if you bubble the unknown gas through freshly prepared iron 2 surface solution, the unknown gas that you do not know that you want to identify, you now bubble it through freshly prepared iron 2 solution, and the solution turns blue. That shows that nitrogen 4 oxide is present. That is a specific test for nitrogen 4 oxide. Now second one, if you bring in contact the unknown gas with drop of concentrated HCl on the gas rod, the unknown gas will add HCl to it, and a white dense film due to the presence of ammonium chloride is produced. A white dense film is produced. That shows that ammonia is present. Next one is that when you moist a lead iron 2 ethanoate paper with the unknown gas and the color of the paper turns black, that shows that hydrogen sulfide is present. Now when you bubble through acidified potassium heptazodichromate or potassium tetramanganese 7, an unknown gas is bubbled through the acidified solution of this particular compound. Now, and it turns if it is potassium heptazodichromate, it will turn from orange to green. And if it is potassium tetramanganese 7, it will turn from purple to colorless. And that particular property is a reducing agent, and that shows that sulfur 4 oxide is present. Now you must note that hydrogen sulfide too can give the same result as sulfur 4 oxide as I have seen above, but in the case of hydrogen sulfide, yellow sulfur will be deposited. So the reaction of sulfur 4 oxide and hydrogen sulfide with acidified potassium heptazodichromate and acidified potassium tetramanganese 7 are the same, but in case of hydrogen sulfide, yellow sulfur will be deposited. So that's how to distinguish between it, because that property is the reducing property of hydrogen sulfide and sulfur 4 oxide. Now look at another gas. When you bring an unknown gas with a drop of ammonia solution on the glass rod, you had an unknown gas with ammonia solution on the glass rod, and the observation was white dense film of ammonium chloride was formed. That will show that hydrogen chloride gas is present. Another one is that when you bubble an unknown gas through lime water, unknown gas you bubble it through lime and the lime water turns milky, that shows that carbon 4 oxide is present. Okay, and an unknown gas produces a glowing splinter, and the candle of glowing splinter is oxygen. The one that when you reacted with lighted splinter and give a pulse sound is hydrogen. So when you had an unknown substance with anhydrous copper 2 surface and it turns blue, that shows that that compound you are looking for is water. So this is specific identification of gases through their test. So now that shows that you can trace a particular gas you can trace a particular compound through whether the appearance of the compound, or by flame test, or by heating to know the gas that will be involved, or by give a specific test of a gas to determine the kind of compound that was being liberated from. Thanks for listening.